and jellyfish, humbles of all sizes, welcome back to A.S.K's videos. If you're new here, I do cartoon reviews and give my opinions, and if you enjoy that kind of stuff, consider subscribing. So today we are finally reviewing an episode of Ben 10 Alien Force. I won't go on my usual intro spiel, but let me just say this is my second favorite Ben 10 series after Ultimate Alien, and although I've already reviewed an Ultimate Alien episode before, time to go to the other side of the stick, so to speak. Today we are talking about one of my favorite character development episodes in animation, Alone Together. And this is a Season 2 episode. So anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below any future episodes you would like me to review, and I'll make sure to get to you. Be sure to check out my website and second channel in the description below and card above for spoilers and other videos if you're into music. And your review enjoyment matters to me, so make sure to turn the quality to the highest and turn on captions if you like. And as always, in these new super reviews, link to the best footage of this episode on YouTube I could find in the description below. So check it out now if you haven't seen this yet or kind of forgot what happened. If you somehow find the video has been taken down or something, please make sure to let me know. Anyways, let's start the review. This episode starts off with Ben, Gwen, and Kevin fighting a hybrid in some old warehouse somewhere. The most cliche setting, am I right? Ben transforms the Echo and fights the hybrid as Kevin throws a piece of the ground at it, accidentally hitting a transplanetary transporter, sucking Ben and the hybrid into it. Although there is the nitpick that it pulled those two in, but not Gwen or Kevin, this is the main problem in the episode, and if pulling the other two interferes with the main problem of the episode, which it does, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and say they were too far away to be sucked in. Anyway, Ben and Riney, as Ben later calls him, get transported to another world, a desert world. Apparently, the impact Kevin did on the transporter caused it to change its aim, making them fall not near the transporter on the other world, but far away. There are also killer creatures on the planet that will slow them down. This forces them to work together to try to get to the transporter, which Echo tracks with his sonic beams. Pretty solid plot, am I right? It leaves a lot of room for character development, and is so simple it can stretch and be easier to follow and consume. It also leaves room for some comedy between the bickering and language barrier between the two characters, and a lot of space for action, and overall a lot of fun. So let's continue with the episode scene by scene. So Ben and Riney, as I'll be calling him now, come across a big worm-like creature that tries to eat them, as Ben, as Echo, scares the thing off. Yeah, you heard me. He scares that large freaking sandworm from the Beetlejuice cartoon. Then Riney agrees to work with Ben to get to his transporter, as, like I said, neither of them can survive alone. But there's one condition. He tells Ben to follow him from 10 steps behind. As they go, they do a lot of jokes about Riney not understanding Ben's puns and expressions, and Riney falls to the ground because of the heat their species isn't used to. Ben turns to Big Chill and cools Riney. He sees some water on another planet, not to mention a desert world, where the last thing they have is water. He goes to drink, where he realizes it was a trap made by another creature. They fight the creature together, which again causes them to bond a little. Riney gets some water with his plant-like powers, and they drink. So they keep walking, and Riney says this line.
Did you hear something?
I heard nothing, except you, human, which is the same as nothing.
That's actually pretty good. They keep going until they get faced with another problem. Some alien bug things. They go all over them until Ben turns to Swampfire and beats them. Not to mention saves Riney. When Riney is unappreciative, Ben gets mad, but they keep walking. When it's night, they argue over if they should walk or camp for the night. It's my garage door opening as my parents come in. Wonderful. After a few lines of arguing, and Riney almost leaving Ben completely, they hear a loud noise and decide to camp, which made for a good joke, by the way. Then we get this exchange.
My name is Ben Tennyson. What's yours?
I am called Rosset III, seventh son of the noble hybrid house of Dirala, direct descendant of the pure-blooded High Order of Rosset, heir to the...
I'm gonna call you Riney.
That is disrespectful, Ben Tennyson.
I like how he calls Ben Tennyson, since that's how humans formally say their names, and how Ben just simplifies Riney's name. It is funny it doesn't feel like filler because this episode doesn't have to be super rushed or all over the place. They're building a connection to build character development, which I think is more important than any action scenes out there. Ben tries to connect with Riney, yet Riney backs away less and less each time.
What else is to be expected from a genetically inferior creature?
I don't... What?
Why would I, a hybrid, be the slightest bit interested in befriending the revolting likes of you? You and I are more than mere enemies. Hybrids were the very first race in the universe. All species, hence, other than pure-blooded hybrids, are nothing but mongrels, hideous abominations of nature, especially humans. As soon as I no longer require your aid for my own protection, Ben Tennyson, I shall eradicate you. And there will be one less vermin infesting a grateful universe.
Firstly, before I get into the scene as a scene, what is up with the animation in this episode? They play the voice over a looped, shadowy face for like a few seconds. I mean, I like the animation in art style and Alien Force. I think it looks nice, flows nicely, etc. But just looping 2 shots for like 6 seconds? Why? Also, Rhiney saying this really adds to the plot, because now Ben knows where to go from to befriend Rhiney more and understand his point of view. And remember when I said this line? They're building a connection to build character development, which I think is more important than any action scenes out there. Well, in this scene, while Rhiney is keeping first watch as Ben sleeps, it looks like Rhiney is about to kill Ben. But no, there's a creature about to hurt Ben, and Rhiney kills the creature, right after the thing bites off Rhiney's hand. Wait, replay that line. Well, in this scene, while Rhiney is keeping first watch as Ben sleeps, it looks like Rhiney is about to kill Ben. But no, there's a creature about to hurt Ben, and Rhiney kills the creature, right after the thing bites off Rhiney's hand. So yeah, apparently physics don't apply in this world, or the creature was stronger than the first species in the universe. Anyway, Ben turns to Swampfire and connects Rhiney's hand. And oh, does he take his long darkness too? They bond a little more as they reflect on how much they both saved each other. Immediately after, another worm-like creature jumps out of the ground, and Rhiney jumps on it. Before it presumably eats Rhiney whole, Ben throws a torch in its mouth, talk about dark, as it retreats into the ground. So as such, Ben and Rhiney keep walking again. And here, they finally reach the transporter, and well, I would show you the full scene, but it's so long it'll get copyrighted, so I'll trim it down.
On.
Not the 10 paces behind thing again.
Go home, Ben Tennyson. I shall remain here. I have spent too long with you, Ben Tennyson, and have therefore myself become contaminated.
Contaminated?
As clearly evidenced by my uncharacteristic behavior. Risking my own life to save you, a lowly human. I have obviously become infected by your mongrel influence, and am now myself unclean.
But even if I believed that was true, why stay here?
In self-imposed exile, as it should be. For I can never return home, or anywhere. I could infect the rest of my kind. The only honorable choice is to remain here.
No.
Because all lesser beings other than pure, unadulterated hybrids must be expunged from the universe, including myself. This much is true. I have changed, and now I must pay the price.
Oh man, what a climax indeed. Instead of the obvious happy ending, this is what they go with, and honestly, good on them for that. Ben returns and the episode ends with Rhiney walking to live his life making the world a better place. Even though, you know, he almost died like 4 times without Ben's help, but whatever. So that was Alone Together. Was it good? Was it bad? What in the frick was it? Well, I would give it an 8.5. Hey, what do you know? IMDb agreed with me again. It was pretty funny and slow, which made space for tons of amazing character development. Some cons were some of the chances they took, like how many times some things contributed to the plot by not being there, even though them being there would have made much more sense. I would say it is one of the best character development episodes in animation, and its strong suit is its characters. It was one of the few episodes to be written by Men of Action themselves, so maybe that played a big role in its success. Anyways, don't forget to leave your thoughts on the episode in the comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you like what you see. If you're new, feel free to check out my YouTube homepage for videos, and check out my website for links and tons of spoilers. Links as always in the description below and card up above. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Asha disturbs me to see you, Gaston, looking so down in the dumps. Every night he'd love to be you, Gaston, even when taking your lumps. There's no man in town as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's awed and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why. No one's slick as Gaston, no one's quick as Gaston, no one's neck's as incredibly thick as Gaston. There's no man in town half as manly. Perfect, a pure paragon. You can ask and